Hello, thank you again for being here with me and clicking on my video today. I don't really have a method for how this video is going to go today. I'm just going to speak. I find it kind of therapeutic talking to a camera when I feel motivated to do so. And there is a reason to actually hop on here and talk today because Neptune has entered Aries. And that's going to be a pretty transformative and meaningful transit, but I don't think that we're going to really understand the full significance of it until it's completed. And Neptune is one of the outer planets, so it moves very slowly, and it's going to take at least like 15 years to move through the sign of Aries. Aries has to do with Mars themes. Mars rules over Aries, so this has to do with identity, the ego, war. We'll leave it simple for now. Neptune is a very difficult planet to talk about. Astrologers often will define Neptune as being a very blurry planet, and you can listen to astrologers talk about Neptune, and a lot of them have the experience of like when they're even talking about Neptune, they find themselves getting lost and disoriented within the energy of it. It's difficult to logically describe what's going on with Neptune, but basically, Neptune rules over drugs. So if you think about like the disoriented energy when you take a substance or alcohol, your mind is not functioning in the highest capacity of what it's used to in our 3D reality. So Neptune takes us out of our everyday boundaries and the boundaries of the mind in order to connect to something spiritual. And it is a very spiritual sign. It does rule over spirituality. Things like astrology would fall under Neptunian themes. Neptune also rules over the media, and you can see the way that the media will distort things when you understand the link between Neptune and the media. People with prominent Neptune placements would be Marilyn Monroe, Princess Diana, Ariana Grande, Kim Kardashian has Neptune in the first house. So it's kind of like these people can seem like they're very glamorous in a way. It's like in a way that you can't quite describe. It's like a je ne sais quoi, I suppose. Princess Diana is one that's like really prominent in my mind right now. But she had like Neptune in the 11th house, and I feel like the media just went completely insane over her, and she just had this quality that made people so intrigued, so like obsessed. And like it's strange because she was ordinary in so many ways as well. So it's just like this quality that you can't quite touch. It's like an ethereal quality. It's like you're just too light to be part of our regular reality. And that's something that like people are very drawn to. It's very magnetic in its own way. It's very elusive, it's mysterious, it's fascinating. It's romantic. It's enchanting. Just to describe a couple words of Neptune. So anyways, I'm getting lost in the sauce talking about Neptune. I actually do really like Neptune energy. But it's considered to be a malefic planet because of the way that it blurs things. You never know what you're really getting with Neptune. You could be going through a Neptune transit and romanticizing it, even though you're like literally going through hell. So it's one of those things to be like very careful of. I was trying to explain this to my mom the other day, but when you're going through a harsh Saturn transit, it's very reality based. You know what you're in for, you know what the challenge is, you know how to overcome it. When you're going through a Neptune transit, you won't even know what hit you. You don't know what side you're on, So it's very disorientating. So anyways, when you combine that with the energy of Aries, people might be going through some like identity shifts, blurred lines between identity, disintegrating of the ego, maybe experiencing more like migraine headaches because Aries does rule over the mind. I mean, like the head. Um, Maybe like spiritual ways to more spiritual practices around the body and like health because Aries can be a very physical sign as well. When you're going through a Mars or an Aries transit, you're more likely to be like interested in like physical activity or like being at the gym. So if you combine spirituality with athleticism, maybe like more martial arts or like new ways of doing yoga or like seeing more of that or being more drawn to that. Um, Maybe like new or innovative ways of like seeing superhero movies as a genre because like superheroes are very like action uh, centered, I guess. And like Neptune is all about the media. It can also be like movies, films, creativity, music. So like music might be more um, angry, more angry music, but almost like using that anger as a form of like release and catharsis through the energy of Neptune. I don't know if any of this is making any sense. I could be just like talking a lot of woo woo. Please let me know if you're following along with what I'm saying and like how you are envisioning this transit to kind of transform humanity as a whole. I would love to hear in the comments below. I could ramble on and on for a lot longer, but I'm really interested and excited to see what happens with this transit. I'll share a personal story in my life. So I had this eclipse take place in my 8th house, and I was connected with like a new psychologist. So I'm gonna be seeing her. Like I'm gonna start seeing her more regularly, but it was like an introduction that had taken place just last week. And so that eclipse happened in my 8th house in Aries, and Neptune moved into my 8th house of Aries. And the psychologist actually also practices more spiritual based psychology and like therapy. And so when I was talking to her, she was telling me that she's also kind of struggling to find the boundary of like where she wants to take initiative and be more empowered with her practice going forward. Practicing more spiritual things and exploring things like that are out of what will be taught in a traditional education environment. And so like in order to be like a practicing psychologist, it's a little bit taboo to go against that, I guess. So you might see more people like leading initiatives in order to like be authentic and be themselves and like, carve a new way forward with like passion and, you know, lead the way. Like Aries is like the leader. Like it's about leadership as well. So things to do with spirituality, leadership and spirituality. Like it's just so interesting the way that the pattern takes place. I hope that you're following what I'm saying, but anyways, I just wanted to have like an authentic, unfiltered discussion with my camera. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if it resonated, and I'll see you next time. Please like and subscribe for more content. Bye! Oh, also, if you're interested in a reading, my details are below. Please email me. I would love to read your chart. Take care!